Namaste. Welcome to the 12th Isolated Yet Together mini concert series. My name is Padmaja Iyer, and I will be your host for today's event. I am a grateful student of Sri Mahesh Kale, and I'm also a proud volunteer with the ICMA Foundation. In fact, we here at ICMA sincerely hope that no matter where you are in the world, you're safe and you're healthy. Please write to us in the comments. Tell us where you're from and how you're doing. See, this music series has actually been uplifting for me as well. Amidst all the strife and the struggle, it's so wonderful to look forward to beautiful music and art every Saturday. If you feel the same way, please spread the word. With just 3 concerts left in this season, we'd love for you to share the links with your family and friends. And now for today's concert theme, it's especially close to my heart. You see, when I was a little girl, I had a picture on the wall of who I thought was a very close friend. It was of a little boy with a beautiful peacock feather in his golden locks. He had a flute tucked into a cloth, a yellow cloth that was tied around his waist. He had a blue hue to him, and he held a small parrot. And he used to look at me and smile lovingly. In fact, what was so interesting is no matter where I was in the room, I always felt like he was looking at me, seeing me, and protecting me. You may know him as Banwari, Kanha, Keshava, Madhava, Gopal, or simply Krishna. Today we celebrate his birthday, or Janmashtami. In fact, it's a day that is celebrated all over India. And there's no dearth of Indian classical music extolling the devotion that Radha had for Krishna, or Yashoda had for Krishna, his mother, or even the Gopikas who used to swoon to his melodious flute, or even Arjuna, who was his friend and looked at him as Bhagavan on the battlefield. In today's concert, we have 2 ICMA awardees who are incidentally were selected from online applications, Gatikrishna Nayak and Shohini Singha Mojumdar. They will sing songs of Krishna in the form of Khayal, Thumri, and Bhajan. But before we're immersed in their music, I'd like to invite my Guruji, Sri Mahesh Kale, to share his thoughts on today's theme.
Namaste, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you. Another special episode, week number 12, if I'm not mistaken. And it's about Krishna. Padmaja gave very good information about Krishna right now. She mentioned a few names that Krishna goes by, and also his relationship with different people around him. And incidentally, my wife Purva just reminded that Padmaja's mother's name is also Krishna, which is a beautiful thing. So let's quickly play a game. So beyond the relationships that she mentioned, I think he also was a wonderful friend to Sudama. And, the unique thing about Krishna is you can see him in so many different forms. You can see him as a philosopher with Arjun, or a beloved with Radha and the Gopikas, as PJ mentioned, or a friend, or just a mischievous kid. And because of all of these different facets, I think Krishna has become an ambassador of the Bandish world of Indian classical music, because these different facets lend to the different moods which are suitable for different ragas. So you see the Bandishes of Krishna in various different ragas. So I have my live phone in my hand, and I'm going to try and ask you, what are bandishes on Krishna that you know? I know all of you have been watching us for the last 11 weeks, which means you are followers of Indian classical music, and which means you might have heard a Krishna bandish in the last 11 weeks. So I'll take a minute. Please type out all the bandish names that you know. Let's see what you have. I can tell you one, bana bana dhoond na jaऊं kitahun chip gaye Krishna Murari in Vrindavani Sar. Which ones do you remember? Let's see. I'm standing by. My chat might be a little slow. Shama Sundara ki Sundara Murali by Seema. Like, keep them going, keep them going. I know you have got a lot of them. Kanhare Nanda Nandana, that's correct, Gurunath ji. Keep them going. You know, this technology never ceases to fascinate me. Some things that we take for granted. Long ago, you would have to write letters, wait for them to reach the person that you send them to, and then for them to read, and then to write and send. And the whole cycle used to take weeks. Right now, we are chatting live. I just feel fascinated. That's probably a reminder for all of us to know that we have a lot to thank and count as our privileges. This is a very simple one. Muralidhar Sham, Dhana Dhana Murat Krishna Murari, Sham Kalyan, his name of Farag, that's correct. More Kisan More, Gokula Gava, Langarva, Sapne Me Aaye Shama, Rajat Rangar, Natale Vasundhalala, Na Bolo Sham Hamisam, Jago Mohan Pyare, Darasa. Oh wow. So Priti, Mihir, Snehalata, Seema, Badri, Sampada, Banasri, Tejashri. There is so many people that are sending Aaj Khelo Shama Sangahoni, Jago Mohan. That's so beautiful. Okay, now I don't think I'll keep on going because clearly you have showcased a lot of knowledge of the bandishes of Sham. Keep them coming. And as you know, the two people that we have selected to showcase today have been selected from the online applications, and I cannot wait to listen to both of them. There's a beautiful thing about discovery, you know. Neither Gatikrishna nor Sohini I had heard before, and during the selection process I did get a chance to hear both of them. They both have very uniquely beautiful, two beautiful discoveries that I did, and I want to share those with the you. Over to Padmaja.
Thank you, Mahesh ji. Actually, I remember a few of those bandishes, and you've taught me two bhajans on Krishna, Shamatori Murat and Ramaya Bineyo. Well, our first ICMA awardee, who's receiving the Artist Appreciation Award 2020, is Shri Gatikrishna Nayak. He's a vocalist in the Gwalior Gharana style under the guidance of Pandit Vidyadhar Vyas. He's a PhD research scholar from the Faculty of Music and Arts, University of Delhi, and he also holds a master's from Banaras Hindu University, where he studied Hindustani vocal music under the Banaras Gharana, from the late Pandit Pashupatinath Mishra. Gatikrishna ji has received many awards, like the National Scholarship by MHRD Government of India, and the Raga Ranga Award in the state-level music competition in Bhubaneswar. Gatikrishna ji currently works as an instructor at the Indian Idol Academy, Janakpuri, New Delhi, and contributes to the field of classical music through an organization he started called Rasanubhuti for Aspiring Young Artists. On behalf of ICMA, I would like to congratulate Gatikrishna ji on receiving the ICMA Artist Appreciation Award 2020. We're not able to have him live today because it is raining very heavily where he is, on a beautiful 2-acre farm in a remote location in Orissa. However, he has been able to send in a couple videos for us to watch where he's accepting the award, and also some words about Krishna.
Yes, I am feeling very honored and blessed to receive this award. I would like to thank Mr. Mahesh Kaleji and ICMA Foundation for nominating me as a participant. I would also like to state that I am really proud that the ICMA Foundation has taken such a unique step of uniting all the artists and listeners even in such low times. I would also like to take a moment and appreciate all the members of ICMA Foundation who are working so hard for making these concerts possible. Thank you. Thank you for everything. नमस्कार, आप सभी को कृष्ण जन्माष्टमी की बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं। आज इस शुभ अवसर पर भगवान श्री कृष्ण को मेरा स्वरांजलि समर्पित है। वंशी विभूषित करा नवनीरजाभा पीताम्बरा तरुणबिम्बफलाधरोष्टा। भगवान कृष्ण जिनके हाथ में मुरली हो, जिस मोहन बंशी के स्वर में समग्र विश्व सम्मोहित हो, वो हमारे संगीत के आधार स्तंभ है। भारतीय संगीत में राधा कृष्ण की वर्णन प्राय हर शैली में दिख जाता है, चाहे वो ध्रुपद हो या धमार, ख्याल हो या दादरा ठुमरी, भजन हो या कीर्तन। रस छंद साहित्य कला हर जगह उनकी रचना स्थित है। आज इस शुभ अवसर पर मेरा ऑनलाइन कॉन्सर्ट भगवान कृष्ण पर आधारित है। नमस्कार, मैं सर्वप्रथम राग नष्टी से प्रस्तुत कर रहा हूँ मध्यलय तीन ताल में। इसकी जो रचना है वो राधा कृष्ण के ऊपर वर्णित है। तत्पश्चात में 2 मिनट की तराना प्रस्तुत कर रहा हूँ और उसके बाद तो ठुमरी।
हटो जाओ रे न बोलो कान्हा, हटो जाओ रे न बोलो कान्हा, हटो जाओ रे न बोलो कान्हा, हटो जाओ रे, हटो जाओ रे न बोलो कान्हा, मोरी बहिया जिन छू पर जोरी, बहिया जिन छू बर जोरी, बिनती करूं मैं लागू पैया, हटो जाओ रे न बोलो कान्हा, हटो जाओ रे, जाओ रे न बोलो हटो जाओ रे न बोलो कान्हा, हटो जाओ रे, जाओ रे न बोलो कान्हा, ना बोलो ना बोलो ना बोलो ना बोलो, हटो जाओ रे, जाओ रे ना ना बोलो ना बोलो, बोलो ना बोलो, हाँ हटो जाओ रे ना बोलो कान्हा, हटो जाओ रे, कहत ननद सुन ले अरज, कहत ननद सुन ले अरज, कहत ननद सुन ले अरज, काहे करत अपनी गरज, काहे करत अपनी गरज, जिन कान्हा डारो गरे बैया, मोरिया बही उमर लरकैया, मोरिया बही उमर लरकैया, हटो जाओ रे, हटो जाओ रे, जाओ रे, जाओ रे, जाओ रे, जाओ रे, जाओ रे, जाओ रे न बोलो कान्हा, हाँ ना बोलो न बोलो, बोलो कान्हा ना, हटो जाओ रे न बोलो कान्हा, हटो जाओ रे, जाओ रे न बोलो कान्हा, मोरी बहिया जिन छुम बर जोरी बिनती करूं मैं लागू पैया हटो जा हटो जा हटो जा बोरे ना बोलो काना हटो जा बोरे ना बोलो काना हटो जा बोरे जाओ रे न बोलो काना मोरी बहिया जी न छुम बर जोरी बिनती करूं मैं लागू पैया हटो जाओ हटो जाओ हटो जाओ रे ना बोलो काना हटो जाओ जाओ रे न बोलो काना मोरी बहिया जी न छुम बर जोरी बिनती करूं मैं लागू पैया हटो जाओ हटो जाओ हटो जाओ 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 रे ना बोलो काना हटो जाओ रे ना बोलो काना हटो जाओ हटो जाओ रे हटो जाओ रे प्रस्तुत है राग मिश्र खमाज में एक ठुमरी जमुना किनारे मोरा गांव सावरे आई जाइए। जमुना किनारे मोरा गाँव जमुना किनारे मोरा गाँव साबरे आई जइयो साबरे आई जइयो साबरे आई जइयो साबरे आई जइयो जमुना किनारे मोरा गाँव जमुना किनारे मोरा गाँव सावरे आई जइयो सावरे आई जइयो सावरे आई जइयो सावरे जमुना किनारे मोरी ऊंची हवेली जमुना किनारे मोरी जमुना किनारे मोरी ऊंची हवेली जमुना किनारे मोरा ऊंची हवेली ब्रज की हूँ मैं नार नवेली ब्रज की हूँ मैं नार नवेली राधा रंगीली मेरो नाम राधा रंगीली मेरो नाम सावरे आई जइयो सावरे आई जइयो सावरे आई जइयो सावरे मल मल के मैं तुझे नहलाऊं मल मल के मैं तुझे नहलाऊं माथे चंदन तिलक लगाऊं किनारे मोरा गाँव, जमुना किनारे मोरा गाँव, जमुना किनारे मोरा गाँव, सावरे आई जइयो, सावरे आई जइयो, सावरे आई जइयो, सावरे।
I know that Gatikrishna ji is not here live, but I'd still like to read some of your very heartfelt comments. Nilima Athawarle Chauhan says, against all weather odds, offering a wonderful piece of art is really appreciable. His gaiki was sundar. We enjoyed what ICMA is doing for us. It's just great, beyond words. And even from the very tip of India, from Kanyakumari in Tamil Nadu, someone wrote, your voice is as sweet as honey, even with the disturbances. That's from Vittal Dukope. And finally, from New Delhi, Bahut Khub Gati ji, with a heart emoji from Priyakshi Bharadwaj. So I just want to thank all of you for writing in and sending in your comments to YouTube and Facebook. We will be sharing all of the comments with Gatikrishna ji so he can also feel the love and enjoy them later. I would now like to introduce our second artist, ICMA awardee, Shohini Singha Mojumdar. Namaste, Shohini ji.
Namaste.
Welcome to the ICMA platform, and thank you for joining us. I'd like to take a moment to tell the audience a little bit about you. Shohini ji is a Hindustani classical singer, well-versed in khayal, thumri, bhajan, and ghazal forms of music. Shohini ji is named after a beautiful Hindustani raga and was born into a very musical family. She started her training at the tender age of 4 years old from her maternal grandfather, the late Rabindranath Chatraj. She then learned classical music from her mother, Srimati Singha Mojumdar, who is also accompanying her on the harmonium today. And later on, she began her training from Pandit Amiya Ranjan Bandopadhyay, a stalwart of the Vishnupur Gharana. Shohini ji has learned semi-classical vocal music from Vidushi Suranjana Bose, and she's currently learning from Srimati Dalia Rahut, a senior disciple of the late Girija Devi. Aside from receiving many awards, Shohini ji is currently pursuing a master's degree in vocal music from Rabindra Bharati University and is an A-graded All India radio artist. So, Shohini ji, Krishna is such a beloved figure, central to Tumris and many bhajans. And although it might be deeply personal, would you mind sharing a few words describing your relationship to Krishna through music or to the music about Krishna?
Yes, indeed, Krishna holds a big place in Indian classical music. There are many bandishes on Krishna, Lord Krishna, and Thumri mainly, which is an expression of love. We find the mention of Lord Krishna in many places, and where Krishna is going away, and it talks about the sadness of Radha hoping to see Krishna, when to meet Krishna, or the beauty of Krishna, like the Thumri which comes to my mind is Mad ke bhare tore nain, Shamad ke bhare tore nain, so mostly Krishna holds a very important part. Music, it is a form of art. Thumri is a form of expression of art. And singing is the most preferred form of medium which I feel to express my devotion towards Lord Krishna. And mm, it gives me a feeling of blissfulness. It gives me gratitude and submission towards the Lord. And this is what I feel about Lord Krishna's significance in music.
That's very beautiful. Thank you for sharing that with us. And on behalf of ICMA, I'd like to congratulate you on receiving the ICMA Artist Appreciation Award 2020. Would you like to
so
say
much.
a
I'm
few
indeed
more words?
very, very privileged. Yes, I'm indeed very, very privileged to get this award from such a big institution. Uh, mm, and thanks to the entire team. Thanks Mahesh Kaleji for nominating me and trusting me with this award. That's what I want to say.
Namaste, Sohini ji. How are you?
Namaste. I'm good. आप कैसे हैं? How are you?
Ekdam theek. I'm good. Before coming to you, Sohini ji, I wanted to quickly speak to the audience. We know the sound quality of the previous recording was not how we expected. I want to apologize on behalf of Gatikrishna also. You know, he's in a little village in Odisha, as Padmaja has already mentioned, and he has been fighting very hard to make sure that the videos are recorded without any sounds of the rain, and then he is able to upload the heavy high quality videos. Despite our best efforts, sometimes we are not able to deliver what we would like to, and I wanted to apologize on behalf of ICMA and Gati Krishna to all of you. Now back to Sohini ji. Sorry, like I had mentioned earlier, you know, discovery is a beautiful thing. You keep on experiencing life through new discoveries, and Sohini ji's discovery happened when we saw an application from her, and all of us in the curation team, we listened to her submission, and we were delighted with what we heard. And as a consequence, you see Sohini ji here performing for us. Congratulations to you, Sohini ji, and thank you for accepting our award.
Thank you so much.
What are you going to sing for us today?
Today I'll be singing, first I'll be singing a Chota Khyal, small khyal in Drut Tal in Rag Vilaskani Tori, Basiya Baji Mohan Sham Ki. And then I'll be singing a Tumri in Rag Mishra Kafi. And lastly, I'll be singing a Krishna Bhajan, Chalure Mana Shri Vrindavan Dham in Rag Mishra Kaushidhani.
Chalo. That's wonderful. Again, congratulations and all the very best for your journey. Cannot wait to listen to you.
Thank you so much.
Ji जब से श्याम सीधा 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 तड़प तड़प जिया जाए जब से श्याम सीधा श्याम सीधा जब से श्याम सीधा जब से श्याम सिधा श्याम सिधा जब से जब से जब से श्याम सिधा तड़प तड़प जिया जाए जब से श्याम सिधा श्याम जब से श्याम श्याम सिधा श्याम सिधा श्याम सिधा जब से श्याम सिधा बिन प्रीतम सखी बिन प्रीतम सखी बिन प्रीतम सखी बिन प्रीतम बिन प्रीतम बिन प्रीतम बिन प्रीतम सखी प्राण जात है नाए प्रीतम प्यारे नाए प्रीतम प्यारे नाए प्रीतम नाए प्रीतम प्यारे नाए प्रीतम जब से श्याम सिधा जब से श्याम सिधा जब से श्याम सिधा सिधा जब से श्याम सिधा जब से श्याम सिधा जब से श्याम सिधा चलो रे चलो रे चलो रे मना चलो रे मना श्री वृंदावन वृंदावन कुंज गलिन में वृंदावन कुंज गलिन में रस रचाए चलो रे मना श्री वृंदावन राधा माधव रास बिहारी बाकी छवि पर मैं बलिहारी राधा माधव रास बिहारी बाकी छवि पर मैं बलिहारी यशोदानंदन सतत बंधन यशोदानंदन सत सत बंधन मनमोहन मेरो श्याम श्री वृंदावन चलो रे मना श्री वृंदावन
Oh my goodness, that was really very, very divine, Shohini ji. Thank you so much. I'd like to read out a few of the comments that our listeners wrote in during your live performance. First, I'd like to start with a special comment. You have received blessings from Pandit Anant Terdal, senior vocalist from Belgaum and ICMA awardee from 2 weeks ago. He says, good voice, bahut acha hai. And Mayura from the Bay Area said, such an amazing, captivating voice. Every minute, I'm wondering how I did not know about her before. Such a clarity in voice and presentation. Doyle Mukherjee from the Bay Area, she says, I can hear Mohan Shyam's flute playing through Sohiniji's beautiful voice. And also from Maharashtra, Pranjali Deshmukh says, feeling like I'm in a temple and Lord Krishna is in front of me. Very divine. Your voice is so soothing and beautiful and peaceful. God bless you and hearty congratulations. There are so many more comments. I want to thank our listeners for writing in, because Shohini-ji, you can then read them later and feel that love yourself while reading all the comments. Thank you so much for joining us today. Namaste.
Thank you so much. Namaste.
So, another ICMA Isolated Yet Together concert comes to an end. Next week, we have a very special theme and presentation. For the concert on India's Independence Day, August 15th, our awardees are Viraj Joshi, grandson of Bharat Ratna Pandit Bhimsen Joshi, and two dancers, Mithali and Raul D'Souza, who epitomize the spirit of unity in diversity. The two awardees cross religions, art forms, states, languages, and generations. India beautifully comes together as one nation. It is rare. It is rare to have a thriving music and arts tradition that is thousands of years old, which is as varied and unified as in India. And just to correct myself, Viraj Joshi is not an awardee, he's one of our supporters. Obviously, he's the grandson of Bharat Ratna Pandit Bhimsen Joshi. He is definitely going to be supporting us next week. So please join us and celebrate this wonderful presentation. We know that the artist community really appreciates and benefits from these awards, and this platform especially, and their music and art is helping all of us get through a very challenging period of time. We'd be very grateful for your help in furthering this cause, so you can do that one of two ways. You can donate through our website so that we can support more artists, or simply spread the word and help us reach more people by sharing on social media or subscribing to our feeds. Please join us and let music heal your day. We would also like to send a very special message to one of our awardees from 2 weeks ago, Ashish Ranade, who is currently hospitalized with COVID-19. Ashish ji, we wish you a very swift and full recovery. So see you right here, same place, same time, Saturdays at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time, and all the time zones in between. And remember, we may be isolated all across the world, but our love for music and arts brings us together. We are isolated, yet together. Please stay safe. Thank you.